Well, hello, everybody, here, there, and everywhere. Welcome to Winning Ways. I'm your host, Stephannie Solomon. Well, it is Tuesday instead of Monday, which normally the Winning Ways podcast airs. But I had an incident yesterday that really took me away from airing at the usual time. So here I am on Tuesday, coming through, coming through for you on this wonderful day that the Lord is responsible for. Well, I want to say thank you to some individuals today for being consistent with jumping on this channel and encouraging me with your comments and being engaged in the content. Carol Harmon, thank you so much. You've actually been with me from the very beginning and actually been a guest, and I thank you so much. We know her as Kay. And I also want to thank also Crystal Sweeney, who also stops by on the YouTube side and gives her shout out and words of encouragement. So I'm thankful for those of you on the Facebook and the YouTube side. All right. And I also want to give a shout out for those individuals who are not in my backyard, those individuals in Australia who are watching, in France and in Italy. Thank you so much for your views. Thank you so much. And folks, don't be too shy. Please don't be too shy to not just give your views, or will give me your views, but also, give me some comments. Let some comments flow, and of course, don't be ashamed and too shy to subscribe as well. All right, those of you who are on that Facebook side, like and share. And if you are, I want to get all of this out of the way, and if you are looking for a one-on-one with me, feel free to log on to www.stephanniesolomon, and I will be glad to consult with you free of charge for a time to see if we're a good fit. All right, and then move forward. Wishing you all of the best. I also want to take the time tonight to let you know that the connection groups at the New Psalmist Baptist Church have started up again, and my screen sharing was acting a little weird, little funny earlier. So those of you who are interested, you know that this is a very brief journey of 8 weeks, free. This is online as well, and I'd like you to be a part. We have connection groups. I'm sure you'll find something that will fit your liking. I'll be facilitating, and I'm excited about that. I'm always excited to be used. So that's what the slide looks like for if you're looking for the session that I'll be facilitating. Living that transformative life, making sense of it. And I'm excited about that. Well, tonight I am coming from my first book, Conversations with the King. And I'm coming from the chapter Shut In for a Glorious Purpose. So that chapter really inspired me as I thought about what to talk about this week. Well, this week I'm going to talk briefly about slowing down. Everything, or not everything, but a lot of things are fast paced in our culture, our society. And we tend to think that we need to acquire things quickly, get into relationships quickly, find love quickly, get a job that's making X amount of dollars or annual income quickly. Everything's got to be quick. And what I've learned when everything, and I've been there, trust me, I've testified about that. I thought that I was set if I had my first degree, my first car, a marriage with a child by the age of 25. That's how I wanted it. And when it did not turn out that way, I had I'm trying to think what they call it. It's not a midlife crisis. Oh, a quarterly crisis. That's a thing, right? A quarterly crisis is when you're in your 20s and, you start to think that, you're missing out. Then it happens again, around 40 and 50. Oh my goodness. But anywho, we have to learn that there is a time to slow down. And life has a way of forcing us to slow down. And I don't know about you, I don't want to be one of those people where I have a health crisis, whether it's physical, mental, emotional, that forces me to sit down, to lay down. Hello. All right. Share, comment, let me know who you are. I'm glad you're stopping by. But life has a way of setting us down and slowing us down. But I've learned something when that has happened to me, because I've had several instances where I had to slow my roll. Sometimes when we're moving so quickly, you ever hear people say you can't stop and smell the roses, or this, that, and the other? We're not stopping to take notice of the things that really matter. Could be our relationships, it could be our health, a lot of things. We're not taking notice of the things that really matter. So what I want to hone in on today are three of many keys that we can look at to notice how slowing our roll, slowing down, is the benefit to us. The first is slowing your roll should allow you and I to rest mentally, to rest emotionally, to rest physically. We are not made, I've said this before as well, we're not made like the ever ready battery to keep going, or the ever ready battery bunny. We're not made to keep going and going and going and going. Hi there. Hello. All right. All right. A like, a share, a comment. There you go. Thank you so much. Yeah, we're not made to keep going. Our bodies will let us know it's time to rest. It's time to rest. I hope you and I never get to the place where we have to take, pills or whatever to make us rest. We need to listen to our bodies, check out when we need to check out. I've also learned that when I take the time to rest, my creativity comes back full throttle when I wake up, whether it's from a nap or a nightly rest. I had a professor in grad school, Dr. Samuel Banks, love him dearly. He encouraged me. He was one of the people who encouraged me in writing my first book. And he liked my writings. And he said to me just a lot of things that were encouraging. But one of the things that helped me when I wrote my books to become a published author, he said, Stephannie, sometimes you just need to take a break from what you're doing, even though you're all in and you want to get it done. Take a break and then come back to it. I have found that to work for me. Rest, regroup, find something else to do. And rest doesn't necessarily mean lying down or sitting down. It could just mean putting what I'm doing on hold for a time. A time could be 5-10 minutes. It could be a week, a month, a year, however you're led to. But what I'm doing, put it on hold for a minute or two while I move, get my re-energize really, and get my creative juices going again, so I can come back stronger and better. Well, the next thing that I think we ought to do is, as a part of slowing ourselves down so that we can become our better self, is to reassess. I think that planning is so important, but there are times we need to stop and reassess. See if the plan is working. See if the plan needs some adjusting. See if the plan needs to be put on hold. Maybe this is a seasonal thing. Look at what you're doing and reassess, evaluate, analyze, use some critical thinking here. Is the plan a good plan, but am I working with the plan? Am I out of sorts? Because sometimes we can have a great plan, but we can be out of sorts. So rest, reassess whatever that thing is, that goal, that mission, that dream, that assignment that you and I are given. Step back and reassess. All right, there's one more thing that I want to run past you, but before I do, just want to take a quick break, have you watch.
Hey, Scholar, whose book are you reading now?
I'm enjoying a great reading by Stephannie Solomon. Her conversational writing style, disciple-centric themes, and liberal approach to topics is such a blessing to me. She's so on point.
Wow, she sounds like someone I want to hear, and her book's like something I need to share with my book club.
You know, her books are accessible through all electronic mediums and at the brick-and-mortar booksellers, and you can hear her on her weekly blog talk radio show.
I take it she's on Twitter and other social networks?
Yes, and she's funny, too.
Sounds like the author and her books have great personality. I'll be getting my copies today.
Hey, just reminding everyone that my books are available wherever books are sold. All right. And of course, for a 101 session with me, remember my niches are forgiveness, family relations, and personal development. Log on to www.stephanniesolomon.com to schedule a consultation and a session or two. All right, the third thing that I think we need to be aware of, pay attention to, and embrace is rewards. Rewarding ourselves. Oh, yeah. Rest, reassess, reward. See, reward is also an acknowledgement of our progress. It's not being arrogant. It's not being conceited to notice yourself making moves, noticing that you are not who you once were. You are better. You're better. Not perfect, never will be on this planet, but we are better and we're getting better. We are improved. We should be noticing that. We should notice things about ourselves that other people don't notice. And let me say this. I don't think we ought to live our lives in a way where we try to prove that we are and that we have to prove or try to prove to others that we are an improved version. They'll see it. There are people who see it every day and will never acknowledge it. That is not our problem. We should not live for their acknowledgement. And I know it's human. I've talked about this before. It's human in all of us to want to be recognized and acknowledged. But on a healthy level, a balanced level, there is a way to want that and to get that from individuals who are deserving. You know, that's a whole nother show. But first and foremost, love yourself enough to give yourself a pat on the back. Love yourself enough to clap for you. Love yourself enough to be your greatest cheerleader. I have cheerleaders. I have people who will call me and just pour into me, and I'm grateful for that. I know a lot of people, but a lot of people don't do that. And yes, there have been times that I expected it from certain individuals, thinking, of all people, I thought you would, or you would, or you would. It didn't come that way and still doesn't. But I don't live for that anymore. I did at one point. It hurt. It was emotionally troubling. It was. But I've grown beyond that because I know that the audience of one who actually is my God, Jesus Christ, is who I must impress the most, or at all times, as I give back at what he's given to me to him as an offering. I give this broadcast to him as an offering. I give my writings back to him as an offering. I shared that with you a few weeks ago from Dr. Minnie Washington, helped me with that when she helped edit my second book. It's an offering. She taught me that. And from that day on in 2009, I have to remind myself that everything I do, being a mother, and some things I haven't been a good steward over. I have not. I've made some mistakes. And repentance is the order of the day. And moving forward, God gives me an opportunity. I'll work to do it right and give it back to him. But if I live my life that what I've been given from him, whatever the gift, the mission, the assignment is, the talent is, I give it back to him. and I watch the wonder in what he does in the environment that I'm in, the wonder of what he does in and through me. So, since I see from this year, that week, this week, that day, this day, an improved version of me, I find I have to reward myself. Oh, yeah. And rewards are whatever, healthy rewards, by the way. Let me clarify that. A healthy reward. I give myself healthy rewards. Maybe it's every time, I get a paycheck or whatever, I buy myself something. Not to the point where I'm in debt or anything, but I treat myself to something. There are just a myriad of ways that we can reward ourselves in a healthy manner. I'm just saying, do it. Be your number one lover of you. Be your number one cheerleader. And rewarding yourself is acknowledging that I am not what I used to be. Thank you, Lord. It is because of you that I am progressing to that better version of me. So that's 3 out of many. All right. So, yeah, we should slow our roll. We should, because as we are moving to be our better version, there are things that we need to reassess along the way. Because a plan that may have worked last week may not work this week with all of the components of the day, all of the elements of the situation. That may have worked last year. That was something I ran into as an educator. That may have worked with that group of students or that population or at that school and that community, that neighborhood, but it's not working here. And I'm like, Lord, show me how to get through. Show me how to move in this environment. Reassessing. It's a part of the journey of becoming that better version of us. Resting. It's a part of the journey so we could refuel, recalculate, galvanize. Come on, get on up. Get up with more energy and creativity, more intellect, more insight comes when our body and our mind and our spirit is rested. We make room also when we get rested. We make room for the Holy Spirit to do wonders in and through us. All right. All right. I hope that this has been helpful and I see some folk, y'all like to jump on right when it's time to get off. Please say hello, a like, a comment, or something. All right. All right. See those eyes just watching. But all right. Thank you so much, everybody, for jumping in. Remember, check out the connection groups. If you're on Instagram, I have the links there, but you just go to www.newpsalmist.org and you can sign up there for any connection group. All right. And you don't have to be a member. All right. You don't have to be a member. So all of you over there in Australia, France, Italy, and all those other wonderful places that are not in my neck of the woods, that'll be great. I would love to see you in the room. Well, everybody, thank you for tuning in. Have a wonderful, wonderful night or day, wherever you are in your neck of the woods. Take care, everyone. Bye now.